We are live from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. Puck just dropped. Puck in the Auburn zone now. Out to the neutral zone where Paul Hart plays it. Paul Hart chips it up as Engineering comes away with it. Engineering knocked off the puck by Blanding as puck gets sent out of play with 19:46 left here in the first period. Whoever's running the music has refused to turn it off. It might be the music for the fair they're having outside. Who knows? But currently we are playing with some extra noise. Face off to the left of Brandon Shaw. Yeah, see. Puck in the neutral zone now. Sent back in by Blanding. Damewood on it for Tennessee behind Shaw. Wraps it back for Paul Hart. Paul Hart pressured there by Dreiser. Puck comes free off the stick of Lundy. Sent back down by Bay, where Paul Hart picks it up and wraps it for Damewood. Damewood back to Paul Hart. Near corner now. Centers it for Carter. Carter to bunch, back to Carter as Carter chips it in to the far side behind Denk. Puck loose now in the slot. Auburn comes away with it. Damewood unable to hold the line. Sends it over to Paul Hart in the neutral zone as he fires it back in just wide of Denk in the near corner. Patillo on it. Loses it to Lundy. Marino now. Loses possession to LeBlanc as he sends it up to Bay. Bay fires it in on Shaw. He leaves it there for Kokoska. Sent back into the Tennessee zone by Scott. Sperduto on it. Over to Kokoska. Kokoska sends it up into the neutral zone. No ice here. Lafferty on the puck for Auburn. Marino on him. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Lange on the puck. Lange knocked off his stick by Kokoska. Into the corner now. Near side half wall. Just down from the Tennessee bench. Up at the point now. Scott fires a shot. Blocked. Robeson now. Fires a shot saved there off the leg of Sperduto into the far corner. Coming away with it now is Marino. Sends it over for Clark. Clark unable to chip it deep. Scott on it now. Sends it up to Robeson. He loses possession. Carline on it for Tennessee. Carline takes a hit, still has possession. And leaves it there as Lafferty picks it up for Auburn in their end. Harriso now trying to send it all the way across there for O'Rourke, down where DeGenova will play it behind Shaw. DeGenova pressured there by O'Rourke. Blanding with the puck now, fires a shot well wide of Shaw. Held in by Avery as he sends it up to Patillo. Patillo fires a shot blocked there by Carline. Patillo able to hold the line. Sends it down. Funny bounce. Saved there by Shaw. Puck covered up now. 16:58 left here in this first period. Tennessee getting those road legs out of their way. It was a long drive down. About 5 hours, not including Atlanta traffic. Face-off won by Auburn. Damewood with the puck now wraps it for Carter. Carter takes a hit there from Weiss. Kept in the zone by Roos. Over to Blanding now to Patillo. Patillo up for Weiss. Loses it as Patillo regains possession for Auburn. Over to Blanding. Blanding fires it down. Paul Hart now. Paul Hart sets up behind Shaw. Dogged there by Roos. Fired up Lundy, unable to get there. Picked off by Patillo. Lundy regains possession and sends it into the Auburn zone where Weiss picks it up. Weiss in front of Denk. Fires it out of the zone as Roos is able to play it. Carter now over to Paul Hart. Paul Hart trying to send it to Carter. Roos gets in the way of that pass. Behind Shaw now. as Driggs is on it for Auburn. Hit there by Bunch, up to Patillo now. Patillo fires a shot blocked by Lundy. Lundy unable to clear the zone. Sent back down where Roos plays it in the corner, dogged by Paulhart. Paulhart bodies him, and covered up now by Shaw. Driggs on the doorstep trying to put it home. Shaw's there to cover up. 15:49 left here in this first period. In these last couple games for Brandon Shaw, he's been playing outstanding. Definitely in that second game against South Carolina last Sunday. Sperduno now up for Marino. Marino unable to control as Beige sends it back down. Kokoska on it now for Tennessee. Centers it for Marino, just out of his reach. Marino now fires a shot. Saved there by Dink, and a beauty. Marino got around Henderson, fired a shot. Excuse me, Ole Miss. Fired a shot on Dink and a miraculous glove save. That second game Shaw played outstanding was against Ole Miss, not South Carolina. That was the week prior. On it now is Aiden Zimmerman for Tennessee. Loses possession, takes a hit there from Dreeser. Over now where Lafferty plays it into the corner, wraps it around behind Shaw. Kokoska plays it around for Zimmerman. Zimmerman trying to locate Magazzini. Gets it off the boards, but into the neutral zone. Played back in by Scott. Magazzini to Zimmerman. Back to Magazzini, unable to control. Taken out there, no call. Marino sends it down as Lange was taken out. The Auburn student section not happy. In the neutral zone now, Engineering and LeBlanc. LeBlanc sends it up for Lange. Lange around behind Shaw. Nobody home for Auburn. Out of the zone now. Lafferty plays it back in. Kokoska on it behind Shaw. 14:25 left in this first period. Kokoska wraps it around for King as Kokoska takes a shot from two different Auburn players. West lets it roll into Dink, and he covers up with 14:14 left here in this first period. King to take the faceoff for Tennessee to the left of Dink. Faceoff won back by King. Barrett unable to play. In the neutral zone, Barrett over to DeGenova. DeGenova sends it for Carline. Carline gains the Auburn line and chips it down. Engineering on it for Tennessee. Gets taken off the puck by West. West sends it up for Biscoff. Barrett over to King. Barrett now, King, taken off the puck there, no call. Barrett chips it back up to King. King sticks it out of the air into the Auburn zone. Carline on it for Tennessee, battling with Blanding. King there now. Robeson and King going at it, up to Carline. Carline sends it up for DeGenova, fires a shot. Just wide. Up along the near side wall now. Barrett battling with West. Barrett wraps it down. Carline unable to play it there as Blanding comes away with it for Auburn. Centers it for Robeson. Bunch sends it back into the Auburn zone and gets around West. Bunch still with the puck. West takes him off the puck now in the near corner. O'Rourke for Auburn. Takes a hit from Lundy, makes a play. Paulhart loses a tire. All the way down into the Tennessee zone now. Big hit there from Biscoff on DeGenova. In the neutral zone now. Bunch trying to dance around everybody. Unable to do so as he's taken off the puck by Weiss. Carter sends it in to the left of Dink. Patillo on the puck there for Auburn. Patillo up for Roos. Roos just chips it into the neutral zone. Paulhart there to play. Roos regains possession. Damewood now for Tennessee. Off the boards to Lundy and into the neutral zone. Over for Marino. Marino all by himself. Marino Cuts. Nice save there by Dink. Lafferty now for Auburn. Line held by Damewood as Driggs battles there with Clark. Magazzini with the puck now. Opposite corner. Behind Dink, Patillo. Wraps it there for Driggs. Damewood on Driggs. Puck still in the Auburn end. Out now, off of the stick of Blanding. Paul Hart sends it up for Damewood. Damewood just trying to do a quick chip. Lafferty intercepts. In on Shaw. Paul Hart there to play it. Off the boards to the neutral zone. Too far for Marino to play it. Scott now for Auburn. Off the boards to Dreeser. Paul Hart for Tennessee now behind Shaw. Pressured there by Dreeser. Out of the zone into the neutral end where it's played back in by Scott. Damewood for Paul Hart. Paul Hart trying to send it up for Marino. Picked off by Sparago. Magazzini and Bay going at it in the corner. LeBlanc comes away with it. Up to Scott. Scott fires a shot. Saved there by Shaw. Puck still loose in front in the slot. Scott holds the line. Marino able to chip it out. LeBlanc on it now in the neutral zone for Auburn. Gains the Tennessee line. Paul Hart on him. Fires a shot. Scores! Right over the glove hand side of Shaw and in. 10:35 left here in this first period. It is 1-0 Auburn. A nice play there by LeBlanc to get that goal for Auburn on the board first. Face-off won by Avery. King takes him off the puck now in the neutral zone. Sends it over for Carline. Lafferty on Carline. Carline sends it for Engineering. Lets it go through. Up to Kokoska now. Over to Sperduto. Sperduto winds up, fires a shot, goes wide. Engineering on it now. In the far corner. Big hit there from King. On Biscoff. King fires it in near corner. Scott there to pick it up for Auburn. Leaves it for Lafferty. Lafferty chips it up out of the zone. Up to Kokoska now. Kokoska fires it into the Auburn end where Scott picks it up in front of Denk. Picked off by Kokoska. Over to Sperduto. Sperduto to King as King chips it in. Lafferty gloves it down. Lafferty over to Scott. And up for Robeson. King takes Robeson out. Sends the puck back to Kokoska. Kokoska to Carter as he chips it in. No ice. Lafferty on the puck for Auburn behind Denk. Sends it around for Scott. Scott drops it back down for Lafferty. Lundy on him. Weird bounce off the corner. Shot fired there. Saved by Denk. Scott into the corner. Lundy on it for Tennessee. Sends it down for Carter. Carter loses sight of it. Talk sends it down. Carter there to play it in the corner. Nobody home as Carter leaves it there. Scott now fires it down. And this will go down for an icing with 8:51 left here in this first period. Face-off won by Gers. Up to Paul Hart now. Fires a shot. Tipped wide. Damewood at the line. Sends it down for Stackhouse. Lange now one-on-one with Paul Hart. Paul Hart, beautiful hip check there. Taking him off the puck. Harriso loses possession. In front now. Zimmerman gets it around Weiss. Gers now for Tennessee up to Stackhouse, just out of his reach. Into the Auburn zone though. LeBlanc wraps it back around Patillo, not there to play it. Gers now for Tennessee. Lange out of the zone for Roos. Roos, one-on-one with Paulhart. Fires the backhand well wide of Shaw. Zimmerman skyhooks it up out of the zone. Patillo there to play it for Auburn. Up to Driggs. Wraps it all the way around. Paulhart there to play it. Roos pressuring him. Roos and Paulhart tied up in the corner. Driggs in there for Auburn. Passed out to Weiss. Shot fired by LeBlanc. Sent wide. Driggs up to Patillo. Patillo back down to Driggs. Up to Patillo again. Patillo, top of the zone, fires a shot. Tipped in front by Roos, but wide. And covered up by Shaw with 7:22 left here in the first period. The Auburn faithful liking what they're seeing from their home team tonight. Thus far, anyways, they are out shooting Tennessee 4-1. Face off to the left of Shaw. King to take it for Tennessee. One forward to Engineering. Engineering has Carline to his right. Trying to get it there. Henderson picks it off. Carline leaves it there for King as he gains the Auburn line. King shakes off a hit from Lafferty, tied up in the corner. King to Carline, up to Sperduto. Sperduto back down into the corner where Engineering will play it. Engineering to Carline. Carline all the way across for King. King wide open net and scores! Drew King from Nick Carline and Engineering. 6:59 left here in this first period, and it is a tie ball game. Beautiful entry play there by Carline just to leave it for King. And King, what a way to battle in the corner, taking on two Auburn players. Getting free, sending it up to Sperduto, and finding himself wide open at the near circle. Carline now for Tennessee. One-on-one with Scott. Hit there by Avery. Over to O'Rourke. O'Rourke now, one-on-one with Kokoska. As the puck gets sent in, delayed offsides. King leaves it there for Kokoska, sent over to Sperduto. Sperduto up for King. King unable to play it, but it goes into the Auburn end where Patillo plays it in front of Denk. Up for Biscoff. Lundy now. Over to Sperduto. Sperduto to Tolk. Tolk chips it off the boards where Scott will play it in the Auburn end. Scott looking for somebody to pass to. Gives it over to Patillo. Patillo to Lange. DeGenova takes the puck from Lange and wraps behind Shaw. DeGenova with speed out of the Tennessee zone. Trying to send it over for Lundy. Picked off by Blanding. Bunch now takes Lange off the puck. Lundy comes away with it. Bunch with the puck in the Auburn end. Fires a shot saved there by Denk. 5:38 left here in the first period. Tennessee's currently 50% shooting. 2 shots, 1 goal. It's a good number. As an Auburn player leaves the bench, Hitt is going to the locker room. Face-off won by Auburn, tied up in the ref skates. In the near corner now. Picked off by Marino. Marino to Clark. Picked off there by Blanding. Blanding off the glass. Out into the neutral zone. Played down now by LeBlanc. Over for West. Up for Bay. Back to West. Back to Bay. Playing catch here. Neutral zone now. LeBlanc beats both of the Tennessee defensemen. Gets the shot away, but saved there by Shaw. DeGenova plays it around for Damewood as he takes a hit. Wrap back around. LeBlanc there to play it for Auburn. Megazzini now all day to skate with it. Sends it over for Marino. Gains the Auburn line. Megazzini cuts to the center. Just off of his stick into the near corner. Over to Marino. Carline takes possession now. Takes a hit from Blanding. Megazzini trying to center that. Bay for Auburn into the neutral zone. Gains the Tennessee line. One-on-one with Paul Hart. Fires a shot in. Saved there by Shaw. Weird bounce up off the glass as Weiss comes away with it. Carline now. Circles back and sends it down for Damewood. Damewood back for Carline as he cuts through Driggs. Over to King now, just out of his reach. Patillo to play it. Patillo back out for Roos. Gets it around Paul Hart and leaves it there for Weiss. Weiss taken out there by King and taken off the puck. Beautiful defensive play there by King on that back check. Carline now for Tennessee in the neutral zone. Gains the Auburn line, sends it for King. King fires a shot, blockered away by Dink. Engineer wraps it back for King. Far corner now. All the way across, trying to find a streaking Sperduto. Engineer to Sperduto, back to Engineer. And he wraps it there for Carline. Carline trying to center it off the body of Weiss. Behind the net now, Carline. Circles back around, Patillo on him. Patillo sends Carline into the corner. And a penalty coming up on Nick Carline. Puck along the near far boards now. Engineer will play it. 3:21 left here in this first period. Nick Carline will go to the box for roughing. As Carline will go to the makeshift penalty box. All that's over there is a folding chair. I will say this is one of the nicer arenas I've ever been in for a low-level professional, semi-professional team. Face-off won by Tennessee and sent out of the zone by Sperduto. Dink there to play it in the far corner, wraps it all the way around for LeBlanc. LeBlanc back down for Blanding. Blanding leaves it there for LeBlanc, and Blanding ends up playing it. Up now for Robeson. Robeson gains the Tennessee line. Fires it across for LeBlanc. LeBlanc trying to get around Clark. Clark able to send it into the neutral zone. Good clear there by this first penalty kill unit. Bunch and Engineering on this unit, on this kill unit. Kokoska and Sperduto still out there on defense. LeBlanc gets around Kokoska, now pressured by Sperduto. Up to Blanding. Blanding, top of the zone, back over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc fires a shot, tipped in front, and sent wide off the stick of Shaw. Bay and Sperduto. Over for Robeson. With play blown dead. Seems the net came off. It's a good time for a whistle. 2:21 left here in the first period. And no idea how much time is left on the Carline penalty. The official still talking to the scorers table. Just got word that Carline will be coming out at 1:15. No whistle, just come straight out. One of the downsides to no penalty clock, you got to keep an eye on the time. King to take this face off. Wins it back. Weiss now. Wraps it around. Paul Hart there to play it for Tennessee. Bodying Lange in the process. Paul Hart sends it back around. Lafferty in on Damewood. Lafferty comes away with it. Battle for it now. Lange over to Patillo. Patillo winds up, fakes a shot, sends it down to O'Rourke. Back up to Patillo. Patillo all the way across for Lafferty. Lafferty fires a shot blocked in front by Damewood. Magazzini unable to get it out. Patillo now. Nice hit there by Magazzini. Down for Lange. Lange up to Lafferty. Lafferty pressured by Magazzini. Shot fired wide. 1:34 left in this first period. 15 seconds left in the Carline penalty. Puck gets sent all the way down. Lafferty on it for Auburn. Sets up behind Dink, waiting for some movement. Sends it over for Patillo. Lundy unable to hold. Damewood trying to send it all the way across for Carline, just out of the box. Paul Hart to Carter, chips it into the neutral zone. Lafferty plays it back in. Damewood kicks it to Paul Hart. Off the boards, Damewood there to play it. Over to Lundy. Lundy trying to get around Scott. Scott comes away with the puck. Sends it up now for Harriso. Harriso up to Ruse. Paul Hart on him. Nice hit in the near corner. Lundy laying out Harriso. No call. Bunch and Scott battling in the far corner. To Lundy. Lundy unable to play it. Barrett now fires a shot. Sent wide of Dink. 25 seconds left here in this first period. DeGenova fires a shot. Lundy now on it in the far corner. Lundy takes a hit there. Still maintains possession. Taken off of it by Ruse. DeGenova with the puck now. Fires it all the way across for Bunch. Now into the Auburn end. 7 seconds left here in this first period. And Blanding will just set up shop behind Denk and call it a period. Quite the interesting first period. Tennessee getting outshot 6-2. But where it matters, it's tied off the stick of Drew King. We will be back in a couple minutes. And we are back for the second period here. A little bit of a delay waiting on Auburn to come out of the locker room. Face-off one back by Auburn. Driggs now into the Tennessee zone. Paulhart there to play it. Chipped it up to Engineering. Engineering leaves it there for King. Blanding now for Auburn. Wraps it around behind Shaw. Weiss on it there. Up to Engineering. Trying to center it for King. Shot fired there by Roos. Sticked aside by Shaw. Engineering coming away with it. Damewood now. Sends it up for Carline. Carline hit there from behind. And a penalty coming up to Blanding for a hit from behind. A short 45 seconds into this game. Period. 35 seconds into this period. I don't do math. That's why I'm a journalism major. Blanding to the box. 2 minutes for roughing. 19:25 left here in the second period. Let's see if Tennessee can get the special teams magic working again. They struggled a little bit offensively against a decent Ole Miss team. Blanding taking a seat in the folding chairs. Face-off won by Auburn and sent down. Shaw's going to leave it there for Kokoska. King, Marino, Carline, Kokoska, and Bunch for this first line. Marino unable to play it. Goes all the way down to the Tennessee zone. Kokoska there to play it in the near corner. Sets up behind Shaw and sends it over for Carline. Carline trying to send it all the way across for King. Bunch picks it off instead as Carline wraps it all the way down behind Dink. Scott on it now. Bodied hard there by King. Bunch in there now trying to pick the puck free. Comes free. Bunch plays it over to Carline. Carline back down to Bunch. Up for Carline again. To King at the top of the zone. King fires a shot. Blocked there by Harriso. Fired shot. Off the crossbar. Lafferty plays it there to Avery as he chips it out. Shaw there to play it. He's going to wrap it around for Kokoska. Magazzini and Carter out there now. Carline and King still there. Carline taken off the puck by O'Rourke. Kokoska to play it. Engineering now for Carline. King still on the ice. Carter now just out of his reach as Henderson sends it all the way down. 40 seconds left. 38 seconds left on this power play for Tennessee as Shaw covers up. 17:49 left in the second period. Magazzini take the draw to the right of Shaw. One back by Roos. Roos wraps it around. Paulhart there to play it over for Engineering. Engineering for Magazzini. Roos on Magazzini as he chips it down. Behind Dink, Patillo there to play it. Carter up for Paulhart. Paulhart unable to hold the line. O'Rourke on his horse takes out Paulhart. No call. Damewood now behind Shaw. 10 seconds left on this power play. Damewood to Paulhart. Paulhart's just going to chip it in as it gets called for icing. Little to no wiggle room from that linesman as Paulhart was right on top of the center ice line. 17:12 left here in the second period as the penalty to Blanding is over. Face-off won by Auburn, but Engineering comes away with it for Tennessee. Engineering has Zimmerman to his right, sends it to him into the far corner now. Zimmerman bodied by Patillo, and LeBlanc comes away with it. Over for Bay. Bay gains the line. Trying to center it there for Dreeser. Paulhart chips it all the way around for Zimmerman. Zimmerman trying to play it to Engineering, but back down to Paulhart off the stick of Bay. Paul Hart wraps it hard around. Patillo there at the line. Sends it down. Damewood plays it. Up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc leaves it there for Patillo. Patillo fires a shot. Tipped in front by Engineering and sent high. Paul Hart now with the puck. Gets out of the Tennessee zone. Sends it to Engineering. And he wraps it down. Patillo on it behind Denk. Pressured there by Zimmerman. Loses a tire. Marino comes away with it. Marino trying to center it for Clark. Tipped in front by Henderson and covered up. 16:11 left here in this period. Shots are still 6-3 Auburn. Tennessee generated one shot on that power play. Face off to the right of Denk. Bunch, Carter, Engineering, the lineup for Tennessee. Sperduto and Kokoska at the back end. Lafferty sends it up for Weiss. Lang, excuse me. Auburn gains the zone. Off the stick of Hit. Chip forward by Carter to Lundy. Back to Carter now. Carter gains the Auburn line. Picked off there by Scott and shot fired back in by Kokoska. Sperduto holds the line, chips it into the slot. Right there for Bunch. Bunch fires a shot, saved there by Dink, and he covers up. 15:35 left in the second period. Face-off going to be to the left of Dink. Face-off won by Auburn. As Roos comes away with it, bodied there by Engineering. Sperduto now on the puck for Tennessee. Over to Kokoska. Kokoska back to Sperduto. As he sends it up for Engineering. Engineering tips it in. But it's called for icing. Faceoff will come all the way down to the left of Brandon Shaw. Faceoff won by Auburn. West sends it down for Driggs. Driggs around for Roos. Up to Blanding. Blanding chips it back down behind Shaw. Weiss on it there for Auburn. Gets around both Tennessee defensemen. Puck in front, loose, still loose in front. Covered up there by Shaw. As Weiss comes in there and gives an extra shove to the goaltender. As King pushes him out of the way. Tennessee getting a much-needed change here. Magazzini, Marino, Clark, the new lineup up front. DeGenova and Barrett on the back end. Face-off won by Auburn. Puck comes out of the zone. Clark on his horse getting around Blanding. Blanding kicks it further into the Auburn end. Played there by West. Centered by Clark. Magazzini unable to control. Puck comes up where DeGenova will play it. Tries to center it back down. Weiss comes away with it, sends it over for Roos. Roos in the neutral zone gains the Tennessee line. Back down behind Shaw, DeGenova to play it. Taken off of it by Driggs. Roos on it, sends it up for Avery. Marino gets it out of the zone, gets around Henderson. One man to beat Patillo. Patillo, good stick play there. And sends it back up to Avery. Avery gains the Tennessee zone with DeGenova right there. Centers the shot, saved there by Shaw. Lundy over to Marino. Marino chips it into the Auburn end. Coming off for a change. Henderson bodied there by Lundy. Auburn gains possession. Sent all the way around now for Harriso. Harriso unable to clear the zone. As Carter chips it back in. But O'Rourke plays it there for Auburn. Hit there by Lundy. Almost sent in to the Tennessee bench as an icing is called with 13:36 left here in the second period. And Harriso trying to plead his case on that icing call. Face off one. Carter fires a shot blocked in front. Carter regains possession, fires a shot blocker down by Dink. Puck does not come out of the zone. Paul Hart down to Bunch, back to Paul Hart. Paul Hart fires a shot tipped in front by Carter but wide. In the far corner now. Scott sends it up. As it's played back down, West wraps it there for Harriso. Harriso taken off of it by Bunch. Damewood sends it back down behind Dink. West now sends it up for Avery. Avery loses it to Paul Hart. Paul Hart leaves it there for Bunch as he sends it all the way across for Damewood. Damewood hits Carline in stride. Carline unable to control. As West sends it over to Scott now in the Auburn end. Bay now into the Tennessee zone, taken off of it by Paul Hart. Engineering sends it for Carline. LeBlanc, good defensive play there, lifting the stick of Carline as he gains the Auburn end. Damewood with the puck. Sends it across for Paul Hart. Up now for Carline over to Engineering. Engineering in the Auburn end. Fires a shot. Blocked aside there by West. Scott comes away with it. Sticked away by Carline. Carline gloves it down. Tied up now along the boards. Cleared there by Dreeser. Paul Hart sends it right back in. Engineering on his horse. Scott gets there first. Engineering takes the puck from Scott. Now it's along the half wall. Dreeser sends it to Bay. Up to LeBlanc, just out of his reach. Paul Hart on it now. Paul Hart out of the zone. King there to play it. King sends it across for Carline. Damewood joining the rush. Carline dances around, gives it to King. King fires a shot. Saved there by Denk. King gains possession off that rebound. Puck still in the Auburn end. As Carline sends it into the corner. Damewood there to play it. LeBlanc on him. King on LeBlanc. Carline now. Standing there. Nobody really pressuring him except LeBlanc. King with it. Walks all the way across. Sends it for Zimmerman. Zimmerman unable to control it off the bounce from the boards. As Scott comes away with it. Scott into the Tennessee zone. Fires a weak shot just wide of Shaw. Zimmerman plays it up to Carline. Carline takes a hit there from Lang. King now. Backhand. Saved there by Denk. Into the slot. Now the puck goes. Carline comes away with it. Circles back. Looking for a defenseman. Shoots it on his own. Blocked there by LeBlanc. By Blanding. Gerst now. On Lafferty. And Robeson. Hitting Gerst now. Battling along the half wall. Puck comes free. Auburn has possession. Robeson all the way across for Lang. Lang loses it off the stick of Kokoska. Zimmerman takes it out of the Tennessee zone. Gerst now over to Sperduto. To Kokoska. Up for Zimmerman as he chips it in. Blanding there to play it immediately, though, for Auburn. Robeson. Big hit there from Stackhouse. Sent in. Battle for it along the far side wall now. Chipped in by Kokoska on Denk. Lafferty there to play it. Big hit from Stackhouse again. Lundy now. Chips it in as he gets dumped there by Lang. Lafferty wraps back around for Scott. Back to Lafferty. Lafferty sends it up for a streaking Lang. He has Sperduto to beat. Sperduto. Shot fired. Saved there by Shaw. Sneaks into the far corner, into the near corner. Magazzini comes away with, Stackhouse. Stackhouse for Bunch. Plays it down with his glove into the Auburn end. Fires a shot block there by Patillo. As he wraps it all the way down. Carter there to play it for Tennessee. Trying to center it, nobody home. As Lundy, unable to get there, and Weiss sends it all the way out and almost hits a fan in the process. 9:24 left here in the second period. Shots are getting closer. 8-7 in favor of Auburn. Face off to the right of Denk. Won by Auburn. Carter gets there first, though, and chips it around where Patillo will play it to Driggs. Driggs to Weiss. Weiss trying to split the defenseman as it's called offsides. One too many moves by Weiss as Ruse continues to skate forward and offsides. One back, DeGenova plays it forward, but Weiss gets in the way. Down for Roos. All the way across for Patillo. Patillo fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. Weiss on it again for Auburn. Puck loose in front and sent wide by Roos. Lundy comes away with it for Tennessee. Out of the zone. Sends it across for Tolk. Tolk joining the rush. Gets around Patillo. Fires a shot. Swallowed up there by Denk. 8:41 left here in the second period. Face off to the left of Denk. Megazzini to take the draw for Tennessee. One there by Auburn off the glass high. Clark taken out there by O'Rourke. No call. Marino ties the defenseman up in the corner. Clark comes away with it for Tennessee. Centers it for Megazzini. Unable to control. O'Rourke makes his way out of the zone. O'Rourke. Damewood to beat. Shot fired wide. Avery on it now. Gets it around Paul Hart. Damewood chips it back to Paul Hart. Tied up along the boards now. Harriso comes away with it. Hit there from Paul Hart as he sends it up for Marino. Unable to control, so Lafferty fires a shot in. Saved there by Shaw. Avery now for Auburn. Up for Scott. Puck sent around by O'Rourke. Avery there to play it. Right back down. Harriso to play it. Harriso chips it for O'Rourke behind Shaw. Damewood on him. Puck comes free up front. Megazzini comes away with it. Trying to clear the zone. Scott's there and plays it down to Avery, who chips it a little further for O'Rourke. O'Rourke bodied by Damewood. Up to Harriso. Harriso back down for O'Rourke. Megazzini chips it around all the way. Marino there to play it, as he sends it out of the zone off of the shin guard of Clark. Scott now for Auburn. Tries to send it for an outreach to Robeson. No icing call here. Paul Hart plays it around. Nobody home for Tennessee. King now up for Carline. Carline gets around Scott. Loses possession now. Robeson tries to send out. King holds the line nicely there. 6:50 left here in the second period. Puck fired out now by Robeson. Kokoska on it now behind Shaw. Carline chips it there for King. King fires a shot blocked in front by Henderson. King with another shot fired wide. Engineer takes a shot there from Scott as puck comes up to Sperduto. Sperduto fires a shot tipped in front by two Auburn players, and Blanding comes away with it. In the neutral zone now, gaining the Tennessee line. Chips it around Kokoska. Sperduto there to play it behind Shaw. Gives it off for King. Up for Engineering, and he chips it forward for Carline. Carline gets around Henderson and ultimately loses it to LeBlanc. Carline gets in the way of that pass, but it comes out of the Auburn end. LeBlanc gets around Kokoska, fires a shot, and scores! What a play there by LeBlanc. Getting up and around Kokoska and fires it glove side high on Shaw. 5:48 left here in the second period. It is 2-1 Auburn. Bunch loses the faceoff to Avery. Auburn comes away with the Patillo now. Sends it across for West. Big hit laid there by Barrett on Biscoff. Centered now. Bunch gets in the way. Sends it over for Carter, and Carter backhands it out to Lundy. Biscoff on Lundy. Patillo comes away with the puck. Bunch now. And a penalty coming up to Trevor Lundy for Tennessee. 2 minutes here for interference. Tennessee's second penalty of the night. Face-off going to be to the right of Brandon Shaw. Auburn still trying to figure how they want things set up. Roos to take the draw for Auburn. And Carter for Tennessee. Wins it forward for Clark, as Clark sends it all the way down, as Dink comes out of his net to play it. Carter pressuring Patillo as he drops it there for LeBlanc. LeBlanc with speed out of the Auburn end, sends it all the way across for Bay. Bay gets it around Damewood. Fires a shot high and wide. Puck in the near corner now. Bay on it for Auburn. Sends it up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc over for Patillo. Patillo fires a shot. Saved there by Shaw in the far corner. Carter battling two guys, no stick. Patillo ultimately comes away with it and sends it across. Saved there by Shaw. Roos fires a shot, saved again by Shaw. Damewood now wraps it across, nobody home except Dreeser. Dreeser over to LeBlanc, trying to send it to Patillo. Instead it goes to Bay. Bay back to LeBlanc, down to Patillo, unable to control. Bay and Damewood on it in the far corner. Roos comes away with it for Auburn. Roos fires it up for LeBlanc, over to Patillo now. Patillo fires a shot, well wide of Shaw. LeBlanc holds the line, sends it down for Bay. Bay down for Dreeser. Sends it up for Patillo. Patillo for LeBlanc. Fires a shot wide of Shaw. Tennessee needs to get this puck out of their zone. Clark takes out two guys. Sperduto now for Tennessee in the neutral zone. Gains the Auburn line. Gets around LeBlanc. Fires a shot there on Dink as he covers up. Ref tells him to play it. 3:30 left here in the second period. 9 seconds left on the Auburn power play. LeBlanc now fires it across for Hitt. Hitt fires it in far corner. Robeson on it for Auburn. DeGenova on him. Now Engineering comes out of the zone. Scott fires it cross corner dump in. DeGenova there to pick it up behind Shaw. Sends it back for Damewood. Damewood trying to chip it forward for Carline. Picked off by Lang. Damewood able to chip it off of Lang's stick into the neutral zone. Bunch out there now. Runs Robeson into the boards. Puck comes free to Engineering. Robeson skating hard to match Engineering's speed. Engineering in the corner takes a hit from Blanding. Tied up now. Carline able to take that puck free. Sends it up for Kokoska. Kokoska holds the line. Fires a shot. And saved there by Dink. 2:31 left here in the second period. Another good penalty kill by Tennessee. One up to Sperduto as he fires it down where King plays it, bodied there by Weiss. Over to Carline. Carline for Kokoska. Fires a shot blocked in front by Engineering. Biscoff now for Auburn. Cuts through the neutral zone. Sperduto to beat. Tries to send it across for Driggs. Sends it too far to Weiss. Engineering on it now for Tennessee. Loses possession to Weiss. Taken off the puck by Kokoska. Biscoff now centers it. Nobody home. Carline comes away with it. Sends it across for King. Blanding plays it back into the neutral zone. Sperduto sends it back into the Auburn end. Blanding now behind Dink. Sends it up for Driggs. Driggs up for Weiss. Weiss gets around Kokoska. Sperduto there in front of the net. Weiss centers it, nobody home. Lafferty fires a shot blocked by Sperduto. Carter unable to control the puck as it gets sent back down by Biscoff. Kokoska now behind Shaw. Sends it up for Carline, still out on the ice. Chips it ahead for King. King unable to play it as the stick of O'Rourke got in the way. Big hit there by King on Lafferty in front of the Auburn bench. Played back into the Tennessee zone. Kokoska to play it. Far corner. Sends it for Sperduto. Sperduto back to Kokoska. Kokoska chips it forward for Carline. Carline gains the Auburn end. Stops and starts there. Taken off the puck. O'Rourke now on Sperduto. Fires a shot, glove down by Shaw. 45 seconds left here in the second period. The Auburn fans wanting a tripping call there on Carline. Face-off won by Bunch. Tolk is there to play it. Tied up is Lundy, so LeBlanc comes away with it. Out into the neutral zone now. Patillo over to Blanding. Blanding chips it in behind Shaw, and Tolk there to play it. 30 seconds left here in this period. Wraps it around for Marino. Marino takes a hit there from Dreeser. Tolk loses possession to LeBlanc. LeBlanc chips it up for Dreeser. Back to LeBlanc. Sends it all the way across. Saved there by Shaw off the stick of Bay. 15 seconds left here. Shot total is 13-9 in favor of the Auburn Tigers. And where it counts, Auburn is also in the lead 2-1. Face-off won by Tennessee, gets it out of the zone. 10 seconds left now. Sent in by Blanding. Paul Hart there to play it behind Shaw, and he's just going to set up shop. Pressured there by LeBlanc. Fire shot, ref gets in the way. Twice. Lundy trying to chip it out, and that'll do it here for this second period. Score is 2-1 in favor of the home Auburn Tigers. The shot total is also in their favor, 13-9. Overall, good defensive play from both teams. Just a little breakdown there on that goal from LeBlanc. We will be back with the third period. Face-off won by Auburn as Patillo sends it down into the Tennessee end. Paulhart on it, sends it back into the neutral zone. Blanding to Patillo. Over now for Driggs, who leaves it there for Weiss. Weiss trying to go between the legs. Paulhart says no. Carline on it now for Tennessee. Takes a hit there from Weiss. King now chips it behind Shaw for Damewood. Big hit there from behind on Weiss. And everybody on this Tennessee lineup having something to say to Weiss for that hit. Weiss to the box for 2 minutes. Go, 37 seconds into this period. Face-off coming down to the right of Denk. Face-off won back by Magazzini to Ingegneri. Up for Damewood. Sends it back down to Ingegneri. Ingegneri down for Carter, back to Ingegneri. Trying to find Damewood. Avery gets in the way of that one. Damewood circles back, sends it across for Paulhart. Paulhart fires it hard into the Auburn end. Scott on it. Taken off of it by Magazzini. Damewood now over to Paulhart. Paulhart fires a shot. Blocked in front by Magazzini. Carter, wrap try. Saved there by Denk. Damewood unable to control. Sent all the way down on Shaw. Paulhart there to pick it up. Tennessee getting a line change. Marino, Carline, King, Bunch. The new forward lineup. Rolling 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on this power play. 1 minute even left. King chips it in, Blanding there to play it. Marino comes away with it, sends it up for Carline. Carline for King. Kokoska out there now, taking the place of Paulhart. Down for Bunch. Up for King. King back to Bunch. Top of the circle, down for Carline now at the hash marks. Carline and Bunch change. Sends it for Kokoska. Just out of his reach as he puts it off the outside of the cage. Marino now, up for King. King fires a shot. Saved there by Denk. Sent off the outside of the cage. Marino sends it. Covered up by Denk as the net comes free. 17:50 left in this third period and 28 seconds left on the Tennessee power play. Currently 0 for 1 on the night. Face-off won back by LeBlanc. Gives it off to Scott. Scott leaves it there for LeBlanc. And he fires it up out of the zone. Shaw lets it go by him. King there to pick it up along the far half wall. And drops it down for Kokoska. Kokoska up for Marino. Back down to Kokoska now. Sends it up for Bunch. Bunch gains the Auburn line. And he sends it for King. King streaks to the middle. Gets hooked, no call. And fired out now. Penalty to Weiss is over. Carline on the puck for Tennessee. Gives it down to Kokoska. Sends it over for King. To Clark now. Clark just out of his reach gets sent down. Scott there to play it. In the near corner. Leaves it there for Lafferty. Lafferty trying to play it up. Zimmerman gets in the way of that and sends it down. Magazzini on his horse to pressure Scott. Scott sends it to LeBlanc. And he sends it around Barrett. Clark now. Sends it across. Lafferty picks it off. Lafferty in the Tennessee zone fires a shot. Blocked in front by DeGenova. Barrett on the puck now. Sends it across. Lafferty gets there first. Loses an edge, runs into the boards, but he's fine. 16:28 left here in this third period. Barrett now for Zimmerman. Up to Magazzini. Magazzini chips it in. Patillo gets in the way. Big hit there from Carline. on West. As Biscoff sends it around. Barrett winds up for a hit on Bay, but puck comes out of the Auburn end. West on it now behind Denk. Carline pressuring him. King takes the puck off the stick of Biscoff, fires a shot and saved there by Denk. Shots are 13 all. With 15:54 left here in this third period, is all Tennessee. They've got to capitalize here on this pressure. King, Engineering, Carline, Kokoska, and Sperduto. Kokoska holds the line, trying to send it over to Sperduto. Nice play there by Driggs to get it out of the zone. King now sends it across for Engineering. Engineering trying to drop it for Carline. Roos comes away with it. In the neutral zone, gains the Tennessee line. Sends it around Sperduto behind Shaw now. Kokoska on it. Battling there with Driggs. Kokoska chips it to King. He leaves it there for Sperduto. Sperduto into the neutral zone. Chips it into the Auburn end. Opposite corner dump in. Blanding on it for Auburn. Carline pressuring him. All three Tennessee forwards behind the goal line now. Carline comes away with it. Sends it up for King. Over to Kokoska now. Kokoska fires a shot. Saved there by Denk. As he covers up. Engineering was in front, ready to put the rebound home. This is great pressure from the Tennessee offense, coming from all facets of it. Gerst, Stackhouse, Clark, the forward lineup, Damewood and Paul Hart on the back end. Face-off won by Auburn. Scott plays it around to Patillo. He leaves it there for Hit. Hit back to Patillo as he sends it down. As the official with the late icing call. At first he waved it off. 14:48 left here in this final frame. Face-off goes all the way down. Same lineup for Tennessee. Still out there. Face-off won by Gerst this time. Sends it for Clark. Clark fires a shot tipped in front by Stackhouse. Gerst plays it back down into the corner where Stackhouse picks it up. Taken off of it now. And battling hard with Scott. Stackhouse and Scott going at it in the corner. Coming away with it is Robeson. Wraps it all the way around for Lang. Lang bodied there by Clark. Gets into the Tennessee zone. As play is whistled down for offsides as Hit entered the zone too soon. Face-off one forward by Bunch, but Lafferty comes away with it for Auburn. Bunch laying a body on the block in the corner now. Sends it down for Paul Hart. Paul Hart trying to find Carter. Lafferty sends it back in. Behind Shaw now, 14 minutes left in this third period. Paul Hart trying to chip it around Dreeser. Lundy comes away with it, sends it for Bunch. Ends up with Carter. Lafferty again with the puck for Auburn. Sends it across for Blanding. Blanding chips it into the Tennessee zone. Rolls up on Shaw as he covers up. 13:34 left here in this third period. Tennessee now out shooting Auburn for the first time in this game, 14-13. Face-off won by Avery of Auburn. Sends it through, nobody home. Marino now for Tennessee, all by himself. Cuts around now, centers it, nobody home. Puck comes up to Tolk. All the way down, Harriso on Tolk. Tolk lays the body on him. And Barrett now, up for Marino. Tied up along the far side. Puck comes free behind Shaw now. Nice circle play there by Harriso. Bodied there by Magazzini. Taken off the puck by Barrett. Kicked forward by Tolk. Shot fired there by Avery, but sent wide. Zimmerman taking a body there. Magazzini laying a body on Avery. Barrett sends it out of the zone. Dink going to cover up here. 12:40 left here in this third period. A little bit of a push there by the Auburn Tigers. Nothing to show for it, not even a shot. Face-off going to be to the left of Dink. One back by Robeson. All the way down to King. Tied up along the boards now. Blanding, King, Robeson, and Carline. Carline comes away with it. Takes a hit there, gives it off to King. King up to Carline. Carline whiffs on the pass, still has possession. Takes a hit there from Blanding. Centered now. Kept in the zone by Kokoska, high stick. Play whistle dead. For a high stick there from Kokoska. But the official fixed the call. Weiss trying to get an explanation. King, Carline, Carter. Sperduto plays it to Carter. Over to King now. King in the Auburn zone. King fires a shot. Saved there by Denk. King and Carline trying to get a quick change there. Referee said no. One back by King to Sperduto. Down to Carter. Leaves it there for King. Coming away with it now is Auburn. Driggs comes away with it. One man to beat. It's Kokoska. Taken off the puck by him, trying to center it for Weiss. Good stick there. King battling Driggs. Kokoska comes away with it. Kokoska flips it high. High stick there. Carter there. Carter plays it for Tennessee down to Sperduto. Over to Kokoska now. King getting the change for Bunch. Lundy coming on for Carline. Played down to West. Over to Lafferty. Lafferty wraps it around hard. LeBlanc there to pick it up. Sends it up for Roos. And he gets it out of the zone. Paul Hart there to play it in the neutral zone for Tennessee. Sends it right back in. Hit there by Lundy on West. Puck still free. Big hit there. And a penalty coming up to Trevor Lundy. His second of the night. Lafferty comes away with it. Pressured there by Bunch. Big hit there. As Lafferty goes down. Lundy going to the box for roughing. Lundy pleading his case. 10:41 left here in this third period. Face off to the left of Brandon Shaw. Won by Bunch. Auburn comes away with it in the corner though. Over now to Bay. Up for Patillo. Patillo for LeBlanc. LeBlanc dances at the blue line. Gets a little further down. Still has possession. Sends it up to Bay. Bay over to Patillo. Patillo fires a shot saved there by Shaw. In the corner now Lang. Up to Patillo. Over for LeBlanc. LeBlanc fires a shot. Kicked in front by Dreeser. Laying on it now. Pressured there by 2 Tennessee players, Bunch and Paulhart. Still has possession in the corner, sends it for Patillo. Patillo fires a shot. Saved there. Glove down by LeBlanc. In front now, Damewood. Trying to clear the zone. Hand pass not called. Saved there by Shaw. Covered up now as it's loose. And plays whistle dead. Missed call by the officials there for that hand pass. Face-off going to be to the right of Shaw. 9:41 left here in this third period. 1 minute, 1 second left on the penalty to Lundy. Face-off one forward by Carter. Patillo there to play it in the neutral zone over to Blanding now in the Auburn end. Robeson on his horse in the neutral zone. Gets around Carter and chips it down behind Shaw. Sends it up for Patillo. Patillo back to Robeson, back down to Patillo. Fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. Auburn turning the tables a little bit here. And a timeout called by Auburn. And with that timeout, we will be taking a timeout. Auburn getting a power play game plan set. 32 seconds left on the Lundy penalty. Sent around now by Blanding. Patillo there, unable to hold the line. Sends it across for Blanding. Blanding fires it right back in. Weird bounce off the boards. Carter fires it hard and out of the zone. 10 seconds left on the Lundy penalty. Blanding sends it all the way up for Harriso. Taken off of it by Sperduto. Loose in front. Nobody able to put it home. Big hit there from Weiss on Engineering. Gets sent out of the zone by King. Even terms on the ice now. Sent all the way down. Harriso on it. Sperduto takes him off. King across for Carline. Just out of his reach. Scott comes away with it. Scott sends it up for Biscoff. Biscoff taken off the puck by Sperduto. King gains the Auburn line. King fires a shot just wide of Dink. Kokoska able to hold the line there, but it comes right out. Biscoff on his horse. Fires a shot in on Shaw as he sticks it away to the near corner. Wrapped around now by O'Rourke. Biscoff sends it back around. Carline there to play it for Tennessee. Chips it around Scott. Carline by himself. Fires a shot on Dink. Blockered away. Sent up now. Biscoff hit as he makes a play by Sperduto. And Sperduto chips it back into the neutral zone. Across now for Lafferty. Carter pressuring. Puck comes up. out of play, and a nice catch by the fan in front of us. 7:27 left here in this third period. Score remains 2-1. Paul Hart now sends it into the Auburn end. No ice. On it there's Patillo as he chips it out of the zone. Damewood on it. Sends it up for Carter as he chips it over the head of West. West pressured there by Carter as he gains possession. Up for Damewood. Damewood unable to control at the blue line. Out into the neutral zone now. Off the boards trying to find Lundy. Bunch comes away with it. Pushes two Auburn players out of his way. Tied up now. Carter comes away with it. Carter trying to get around Patillo. Roos comes away with it for Auburn. Roos cuts to the center as he is offsides. Bay is offside, excuse me, as Roos crosses the line. 6:34 left here in this third period. Tennessee's best chance to score to get this game tied was in the first half of this period. One back by Auburn, sent in by Blanding. As Shaw's just going to cover up there, as that was registered as a shot on goal. Shots remain 17-15 in favor of Auburn. And one shot fired off the skates of DeGenova as he fires it out of the zone. Played down there by Scott. DeGenova on it now at the half wall, takes a hit there from hip. Barrett up for Zimmerman. And Zimmerman sends it for Magazzini in the neutral zone now. Magazzini gains the Auburn line, but it comes right out. Barrett over to DeGenova. DeGenova fires it in. Glove down by Scott. In the neutral zone now. DeGenova again. Battling with hit as he sends it down. Zimmerman battling with Lang. Lang comes away with it. Lang unable to get the shot away. Centers it. Zimmerman comes away with it for Tennessee. He's got Marino to his right and four Auburn defensemen in his way. Zimmerman sends it down on Patillo. Weiss comes away with it. Sends it up. Engineering unable to play as he sends it across for Sperduto. Up for King as King chips it in. Patillo and Carline on it now. Patillo wraps it up for Biscoff. Biscoff takes a big hit there from King as it's chipped back in by Kokoska. Patillo now up for Biscoff. Biscoff drops it there for Lafferty. Engineering pressuring him. Sent in. Kokoska comes away with it. Biscoff on him. Sperduto now. Finds King in stride. Gains the line. Sends it across. Nobody home. Carline hustling for it now. Biscoff plays it there for Abry. In the Tennessee zone now. 4:30 left in this third period. Played down to Driggs. Driggs battling with King and Kokoska. Wasting time away. Carline comes away with it for Tennessee. And sent it right back in by Driggs. Down behind Shaw. Sperduto there to pick it up for Tennessee. Full line change as Lundy, Carter, and Bunch come onto the ice. LeBlanc puts Bunch into the boards head first. Kokoska now. Off the boards, Blanding comes away with it. As Blanding sends it in on Shaw. And he's going to play it to Sperduto. Wrapped around for Carter. Carter has more time than he thinks. Skating now. Sends it in to the Auburn end. Chipped in by LeBlanc. Sperduto, the lone defenseman. Shot fired there by Shaw and saved. On Shaw and saved. Carter now has bunch to his right. Carter gains the line. Fires it off of Patillo. Behind Denk. Pressured there. Patillo gets it around 2 Tennessee players. Comes out of the zone. Lundy there to play it. Lundy taken out. No call. Into the Auburn end now. Taken off the puck by Sperduto. Lundy with it. Takes a hit from Lang. Shot fired in on net. Saved there by Dink. Still loose as it's covered up, and some extracurriculars going on in front with Marino. 2:40 left here in this third period. It's 2-1 still. Face-off going to be to the right of Denk. Face-off won by Robeson. Over for Blanding now. Blanding chips it up. Nobody home for Auburn. Off the stick at Damewood. Into the Tennessee end. As play is whistled offsides. Face-off just outside the Tennessee zone now. And one back by Drew King to Nick Carline. Over for Paul Hart. For Damewood now. Damewood to King. Gains the line. Fires a shot saved there by Dink. Engineer unable to control the rebound. Puck still in the Auburn end. Engineering now. Fires a shot blocked in front by Scott. Over for Damewood. Damewood fires a shot. Kicked aside by Dink. As King sends it for Carline, up for Paul Hart, back down to Carline. Carline now, minute 50 left. Down for King. Trying to send it up for Carline. Puck gets sent down. This might be an icing. And it is. 1:44 left here in this third period. Face-off going to be to the right of Denk. King and Robeson to take the draw. One back by Robeson. Puck sent up from Blanding to Robeson. Robeson trying to send it over. As it comes back in to the neutral zone. Empty net for Tennessee. 1:25 left here. Paul Hart up for King. King through the neutral zone. Gains the Auburn line. Sent out. Damewood unable to place. Sperduto on it. Sperduto still has possession of the puck now in the Tennessee zone. Sent up for Carline. Carline chips it through. Lafferty there to play it for Auburn. Damewood on him. Puck sent high off the glass. 45 seconds left in this third period. Sperduto now. Damewood trying to chip it in. Gets it around Patillo. Sent back to the neutral zone by Lafferty. Picked off now. And that'll do it. Lang puts it home. 3-1 Auburn. With 31 seconds left here in this third period. Face-off one forward by Magazzini. Blanding plays it. Magazzini chips it back down. Blanding has possession, sends it across for Scott. Plays it to the neutral zone. Damewood has possession in the Tennessee end up for Clark. Clark leaves it there for Magazzini. He plays it down. Blanding comes away with it. All the way across now. Paulhart unable to control, now sends it in. 7 seconds left. Blanding Clark fires it. And that'll do it for game 1 here at the Columbus Civic Center. We will be back tomorrow at noon as the Tennessee Ice Vols take on the same Auburn Tigers. With that being said, we will see you tomorrow.